To start off the video, I want to pose a question to the viewer. I want to ask, out of these 5 compounds up here at the top, what is the one similarity between them all? And I suppose you could say they all have carbon and hydrogen, and that's true, but if you take a closer look at all of them, you would notice that every one of these compounds up here has some degree of resonance. And in previous videos, we talked about more of the quantification and the theoretical aspects of resonance sort of as it relates to delocalization of electrons. And that's exactly what resonance is. It's the delocalization of electrons. Well, delocalization is the opposite of localization. So if you have some entity, regardless of what it is, that's localized, that generally means it's fixed in one position, or at least it's prevented from moving significantly far away from some position in space. For example, if you have a car that has no engine, it could have wheels, but if there's no way to move it, has no gasoline, no engine, no way to turn on, then we would say that car is localized on the street wherever it is. It's broken down. In fact, you probably have experience with this. You drive along the same destination to school every day, and for maybe a week or so, there's a car that's broken down on the side of the road. It's dead, and so it doesn't move, and it stays there for about a week until somebody picks it up with a tow truck. And so we would say that vehicle is localized on the side of the road. Well, there are some cases when we get into organic chemistry and other aspects of chemistry as well, when we're talking about whether or not electrons are localized or delocalized. Now, when we're talking about this, generally the only kind of electron that we're talking about is going to be a pi electron. So pi electrons in general, there are the only types of electrons that we consider in organic to be having the capacity to be delocalized. So back to the car example, you would say, according to that analogy, that a car would be delocalized if it actually had an engine, had gas, and had a driver. The car can move anywhere it wants as long as there's nothing to obstruct it from leaving whatever constraints it's bound by. And so if you have a car, say for example, you had a car that's situated on an aircraft carrier, which is a boat or a ship that's in the ocean. Well, the car can drive anywhere it wants to on the aircraft carrier. It can't leave the aircraft carrier, but it's delocalized anywhere on the aircraft carrier. In other words, it's not localized to one specific position. It could be anywhere on the aircraft carrier. And that's sort of what delocalization is. And delocalization really is a quantum mechanical term, which just means that there's some probability of finding those pi electrons over a much broader region of space in the molecule. And every one of these molecules has some degree of resonance.